Check this out, guys. The sunroof is in place. Pressure sensor that I bought is not the same. The light is on not because the oil pressure sensor, but because of the oil level sensor. Before this video gets started, guys, I just want to ask you to please like this video if you like the content and want to see more of it, and subscribe the channel. It helps a lot. We are growing slowly but steady, and every person that subscribes counts and makes me happy. It makes me wanna keep doing this and provide more content for you guys. That's all that matters. So please, it takes just a moment. Click that subscribe button below. It helps a lot. And that being said, let's get started with this video. Welcome back to my channel. So today it's gonna be a very good episode, guys. As I've said in the early video on the Ford Fiesta, I've bought some cloth to do the upholstery job on the BMW, and it has already arrived. Here it is. So today we're gonna tackle first of all the sunroof. I need to get it assembled. Hopefully I remember how it will assemble. It has been a long time, but I will try my best. But first of all, I have to upholster a part of the sunroof that is below the sunroof over our head. That needs to be done. It's a small piece, so it's going to be a good test to see if I can do this or not. But before all of that, let's open up this package and see what type of cloth I have chosen. So let's go. So here it is, guys. This is what I have bought. Of course it's gonna be black. The car has already a black headliner. It was an extra. So this is more premium cloth. It has a little bit of foam, so it will be softer to touch, and also it is suede. So I think it's gonna look perfect in that car. I already, in the previous car that I owned, it had this kind of cloth, this kind of headliner, and it felt pretty good. So I hope it's gonna be looking good as also in the BMW. So I have bought 3.5 meters of this. I think it's gonna be enough to cover the headliner, all the pillars, and also the rear part that is behind, below the rear glass, and also all the pillars, as I said, the sunroof. I think it's going to be enough for all of that. So let's see. Also bought glue, spray glue in this case. Let me try to get it. It is inside this tube. So spray adhesive. I bought this can, but I have bought one can with a cloth, but then I figured out it's best to have two cans if it's not. This one runs out. I have another to spare, so two cans. Also, very good to have respirator mask, of course. This is a brush to get rid of the old glue that is already disintegrated from the headliner, and this is just to put on the ground so I can pick up when I'm finished, and it will be all tied up again. So that's it for the headliner. Let me show you more close so you guys can see the texture of it. So as you can see, it's pretty soft, and it has 3 millimeters of foam behind it, and I think it's gonna look pretty good, guys. So first of all, let me get the piece that I need to upholster before I start to assemble the sunroof. Let me get it. So this is a piece that I will be needing to upholster first. As you can see, this is pretty much gone. Look at all the foam that it had already disintegrated. So let's remove this old headliner and clean up the piece so it will be ready for the new headliner and all the glue. So let's get to it, guys. So the first piece is ready. Let me show you how it is right now. So here it is. I think it looks pretty damn good. Here on the corners, this will be hidden, so it doesn't need to be perfect, but I think it is pretty good for my first time. It was an easy piece. It has a little contours right here. I think I got it good enough in place. This side is looking also really good. This does not need to be perfect because it will be hidden. On the back side, I went to the edge and put it like this so it doesn't start lifting up in the future anytime soon. So that will be it for this piece. The next thing will be try to assemble the sunroof. I don't know how that will go because it's been a long time since I have disassembled it, but let's try it out. I will leave this drying for about an hour. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and when I'll come back, I'm gonna start with the sunroof. So let's get something to eat and I'll see you in a second. check this out, guys. The sunroof is in place. I've been struggling with it for 4 days, guys. 4 days. It was not all day work, but still 4 days. This sunroof has given me nightmares, but it is in place, hopefully for good, because unfortunately it's still not working 100%. Only that side over there is working, the cable is working without any issue. This side right here, it is not, and it is because of the motor. I will show you how it is. So here it is, the motor, the sunroof electric motor. Look at the gears. They have some grooves on it that causes the sunroof to function poorly. It's due to the age of the car. The wear and tear has taken its toll on this gear. So I have to buy a new one, a new used one at least, to see if that will solve the problem. So the motor is, as you have seen, the gears is a little messed up, and it is weak. I don't know why, maybe the car battery is low, but check this out. It is, this noise, as you can see, is the motor skipping a few notches on the cables, but it functions relatively. But look the difficulty that it has to close. I can hear it struggle, and it is hitting pretty much. I don't know, look, just stop right here. It doesn't even have the power to close all the way up. I don't know why it is happening. I think the motor is gone, basically. I will anyways buy a new motor to replace it, because the gears on that one are gone. It fails a lot of notches on the cables, and that causes the sunroof to lose its synchrony, its sync. So it is what it is. Again, I'm a little bit tired of this car, but I will get it done no matter what. Now I've already received the oil pressure sensor, so let's check that out, and this will be for later. For now, let it sit as it is. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore until I get the new motor, to see if that solves all the issues or not. So now let's move on to the oil pressure switch and go from there. What I have here in my hand is the new oil pressure switch. It has already arrived. Now what we are going to do is change it, change the old one for this new one, and see if that solves the light issue. It will be a little bit tough, because this switch it is in a very difficult place to get to, but we'll try to do our best. So without further ado, let's start the work in the engine and see if I can get this switch changed out. Finally, I have managed to take out the oil pressure sensor. It was a pain in the butt, and on top of that, the pressure sensor that I bought is not the same as the car has. Look, the threads are different. That is a punch in the stomach after all that work. And I have purchased this one with a BMW OEM number, and no good. But as long as I have take this one out, I'm gonna give it a clean and see, and put it back in, of course, and see maybe that solves the issue that it has. Maybe it has some oil clogged up in here in the sensor itself. So let's give it a little clean and see if that will solve the issue. So the oil pressure sensor is all cleaned up. It's ready to go to its place again. See if this will solve the issue. If not, I have to buy a new one. Try to get the correct one. So let's put this in its place and see what will happen. So the oil pressure switch goes over there. It's hard to see, it's an hard place to get to, but it goes in here, in this place. So it's a hard place to get to, but I will try my best again, and let's get this job done, guys. As you can see, the light is still on. Of course it's gonna be on, but this issue still bothers me, and I don't know what's going on, because the sensor, the light is behaving a little bit weird. If I step my foot for a couple of seconds, you can see the light. It is weird, it is almost wanting to go out. Look at it flashing. It's very weird. I don't think it's the oil pressure being low, because when I got the car it was not, and now it is. It must be the sensor. The cleanup didn't work at all. I need to get a new sensor. I'll try to figure out if I can get the correct one and see if this issue will be gone forever, because it is annoying me as hell. It's making me angry. And that light is still on. Of course, that is my luck with this car. But before I order a new one, I think I'm gonna take it for a spin later to see if the light will disappear. Maybe the oil circling around the sensor will make the light go away. I really don't know. I just want to test it out, because I really don't think the oil pressure is low, because the car is working 100%. Already taken the engine almost to its limit. No weird noise, nothing. Car is running normal. So that is an issue that I will have to try and figure out another one. So that being said, let's move on to a little bit more upholstery. I'm gonna try to upholster the headliner, but first let me show you how the shop is after these days of work. This is a mess, guys. Let me show you. So look at it. There is tools and a bunch of trash all over the place. Even inside the car there is tools. on the ground. So before I get to do the headliner, I'm gonna clean up the little bit, put all these tools on its right place, and then I'm gonna move on to the headliner and see what I can do with it. Guys, huge discovery right now. Before I get to the upholstery, I messed up a little bit with the engine to see the light issue. I figured out that the issue, the light is on not because the oil pressure sensor, but because of the oil level sensor. That oil level sensor must be something wrong with it, because it is the one that I got from the junkyard with the oil pan. And what I have done is go under the car, disconnect the sensor, and the light is gone. I connected the oil pressure sensor switch, the oil pressure sensor connected, and the light is still gone. So that light was not from the pressure on the oil, but from the oil level sensor. So all this work, all those oil changes for nothing, because the oil pressure is 100%, so that is very good news. That light, I don't know why that light was on, because the oil level is all right, because I make sure of it whenever I change the oil. But the main point is that the oil pressure is good, the light is gone. Now I have to figure out how much that sensor costs, if it is worth change it or not. You can just leave it unplugged, I guess, because that doesn't do much. You have the dipstick to check the oil level, so I'll have to figure it out. But huge news, the oil light is off finally, and it was the stupidest of things, guys, just the stupidest of things. Let me show what I have unplugged. So that was the plug that was causing all this trouble. Just that piece over there on the oil pan. This right here is the oil level sensor. I don't know why this car has it, but it has, and it is malfunctioning. So good news, at least the oil pressure is all right. So I have to figure out how much one of those costs, see if it is worth change it or not. But as of right now, let's get headliner upholstery and go from there. So before we get started with the job, I want to show you guys how it is right now before we're doing all the work. As you can see, it's all starting to loose up, and it's really in bad shape. So let's put it on the floor and put some new headlights. Check this out, guys. It is with new headliner. It is looking pretty good. I don't know if you can see, but all the contours are there. I just need to pierce it through the holes that the headliner has, and then do the edges like this. But unfortunately I have run out of the glue, so I have to purchase one more. It will be enough, and then I can finish it all to the end. So as you can see, I have cut some pieces right here. This is to lose the tension on the fabric so it doesn't be too much stressed and stretched. So guys, that will be it for today's episode. Unfortunately, I have run out of glue, so I'll have to purchase one more can, but that will be it today. Was a productive day. The video is already a little bit too long, so if you want to see this headliner on the car and see how it will turn out, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.